Okay, so have you ever wondered how those ads for things you were just looking at seem to follow you around the internet?
Yeah, it's like magic, but
Yeah.
it's
Or
not magic.
no, no. I
It's
mean,
digital marketing.
right,
That's
exactly.
right.
It's all about user tracking. And today we're gonna do this deep dive into how it all works.
Yeah, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how digital marketers are using data to track our moves online.
Yeah, and our guide for this journey is this awesome article called How Digital Marketers Track Users Across the Web, a complete guide.
A complete guide,
Yeah, it's
yes.
like a decoder ring for
Yes.
understanding all those personalized ads and product recommendations that seem to magically appear.
Right, exactly.
So by the end of this deep dive, you'll know exactly how you're being tracked and maybe even how to use that knowledge to your advantage.
Absolutely.
So let's get started.
Let's do it.
So think of digital marketers as these digital detectives.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
following our digital footprints, trying to piece together a picture of who we are and what we like.
That's a great analogy. And it's important to remember, it's not about spying on us, it's about understanding our behavior and preferences so they can, serve us better.
Right. So it's like when Netflix recommends shows based on what you've watched before.
Exactly. Or when Amazon suggests products you might be interested in.
Okay, so let's talk about the tools of the trade, the stuff that makes this all possible. Um, like those cookies everyone's always talking about.
Yes,
What's
cookies.
the deal with those? Are they as innocent as they sound?
Well, cookies are basically like small text files that websites store on your browser.
Okay.
They're used to remember things about you, like your login information or what's in your shopping cart, so you don't have to re-enter everything every time you visit a site.
Oh, so that's how my online shopping cart remembers all the stuff I put in it, even if I don't buy it right away.
Exactly.
That's happened to me before.
It happens to all of us, I think. So there are different types of cookies. First-party cookies are set by the website you're actually visiting, and they're generally harmless. They just make your browsing experience smoother.
Okay.
But then there are third-party cookies, and these are the ones that can get a little more complex.
Okay.
These are set by companies like Google and Facebook, and they allow them to track your activity across multiple websites.
Oh, so that's how I keep seeing ads for those shoes I was browsing on Zappos, even when I'm on a completely different website.
Exactly. That's retargeting in action.
Wow, that's kind of creepy, but also kind of cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
On the one hand, it can be really helpful to see ads for things you're actually interested in, but on the other hand, it can feel like your privacy is being invaded.
right. Like someone's always watching.
Yeah, and with the rise of AI-driven targeting, it's only going to get more sophisticated.
AI-driven targeting.
Let's
Yeah.
hear it. Well, it's basically using artificial intelligence to analyze massive amounts of data about users, and then use that data to predict what they're likely to buy or do next.
So it's like AI is reading our minds.
In a way, yes, it can analyze your past browsing history, your social media activity, even your location data to create a highly personalized profile of you.
Okay, so what about all those privacy regulations I keep hearing about, GDPR, CCPA? Are those going to put an end to all this tracking?
Well, they're definitely shaking things up. These regulations are designed to give users more control over their data and how it's being used.
Okay, so what kind of control are we talking about?
Well, for example, you have the right to know what data companies have collected about you. You can request to have it deleted, and companies now need your explicit consent before they can collect your data in the first place.
Okay, so it's not about stopping tracking altogether. It's more about making it more transparent and giving us more say in the matter. Okay, so if cookies are becoming less effective, what's next for user tracking? What are some of those new methods the source was talking about?
Well, one interesting development is server-side tracking.
Server-side tracking.
Yes, instead of storing the tracking data on your browser, it's all done on the website's server, which makes it harder to block with traditional ad blockers.
Interesting.
There's also fingerprinting, which uses unique characteristics of your device, like your operating system or browser settings, to identify you even without cookies.
Wow, so it really feels like a constant cat and mouse game
It really does.
between marketers trying to track us and us trying to protect our privacy.
Exactly. And as technology evolves, we can expect to see even more creative ways to track and target users.
So what does this all mean for us, the everyday internet users?
The key takeaway is that digital tracking is here to stay, but understanding how it works empowers you to make informed choices about your privacy. You can adjust your browser settings to limit tracking, clear your cookies, regularly use privacy-focused browsers or extensions. There are a lot of options out there.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Take control of your digital footprint.
Right. And I guess it really comes down to like finding the right balance for you,
Yeah,
between the convenience of personalization and the importance of privacy.
exactly.
So now that you know the secrets of the digital marketing world,
Yeah.
what will you do differently? Will you embrace the personalization, fight for your privacy, or find a balance somewhere in between? That's something to think about.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of user tracking. It's been a fascinating journey.
It has been.
We'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.